All right, all morning we've been talking to officials in the parishes surrounding us right now. We have Parish President Louis Pommes on the phone from St. Bernard Parish. Good morning, Parish President.
Good morning.
President Pommes, we hear about all of these big roads and trying to, open up the Crescent City connection and this one and all of these other areas and Airline Highway. There are some important roads down there in St. Bernard as well that certainly need to be addressed. What would you like to see addressed down in the parish?
Well, we hit the road early this morning, right around 6:30 a.m. this morning. We have some huge payloaders, some skid steers, which are called Bobcats. We have 3 different crews that are working in different areas throughout the parish, starting to scrape the roads, get these roadways clean. We've been a lot helpful if we would have had snow plows, but we're making it do with the heavy equipment that we do have and with some of the local contractors that we have in the parish.
Yeah.
Parish President, you just said no snow plows. Is that just for right now, or are you planning on possibly getting some snow plows in the parish to clear out some of those roads?
Well, we're not having any luck at all. We had a few snow plows that came through the parish yesterday, but actually they was heading to New Orleans. We was having a lot of difficult problems on getting the snow plows down here. At the time, I think they beat us to the jump on that. We was kind of relying on the DOTD to help us out with the state roadways with that, but I think the biggest focus right now is to get the interstates and the on and off ramps cleared out from New Orleans, which is it's very important.
Well, President Pommes, this warms my heart to hear this on the one hand, because just as in the wake of Hurricane Katrina, when folks were trying to figure out what was going to be green space and what's going to be this and what's going to be that, St. Bernard Parish came back and came back an awful lot because of folks like yourself that have worked in public works and everything else for many, many years. And so I am not surprised to hear that you got the front loaders and the guys with the equipment down there in the parish to get it moving.
We're moving. We got a really big team out here. We have our firefighters, our sheriff's department, council members. They're all working together. It's just all about putting the right team together.
And Parish President, we just heard from Tangipahoa Parish. They said that they had quite a few power outages. That's because somebody actually spun into one of their power poles over there. Have we seen anything like that in St. Bernard Parish?
Yes, ma'am. We actually have a curfew right now until 12 o'clock p.m. We're asking people to stay off the highway because we had the same incident happen that someone shouldn't have been on the road, slid into a guide cable, and actually within the next hour or so, for us to do that repair, for Energy to do that repair, we're going to have about 800 customers that are going to be out of power for about 10 to 15 minutes max. It's just to move the guide cable off from one of the hotlines.
Now, at what time are we expecting to lose power for those residents down in St. Bernard?
About 800 of them from the west side of Parish Road, from Judge Perez going south. They're going to lose probably maybe 30 minutes, the next 30 minutes.
Okay, in the next 30 minutes.
And they're only going to lose it for about 15 minutes. That's it, max 15 minutes.
Okay, good, because these people, I'm sure, wanting to keep their heaters on as long as possible because it's very cold outside right now.
President Pommes, you guys have weathered an awful lot. The last couple of years have seen tornadoes come, not once, but twice to Arabi. Significant damages from hurricanes over the years, Hurricane Katrina devastating to the parish. Had you seen anything or envisioned anything like this Snowmageddon or whatever we're calling this Bayou Blizzard thing?
I have never seen anything like this in my entire life, especially in St. Bernard Parish. It's I think it's a little worse than what we thought it was going to be. And then, once again, we always prepare down this way for hurricanes or for a little flood water, but never prepared for this type of snow blizzard, never.
Now, walk me back through some of the important roads you're trying to get clear here. I would imagine Judge Perez is going to be important for you early on to get that as the main drag, and St. Bernard Highway as well. I imagine Parish Road will also be important for you as well. Would that be along the lines of what you're trying to clear and get open first?
Yes, we're going to do Judge Perez. We're going to make sure we have that lane open going to and from the hospital. We have a helicopter pad over at the hospital. We're fixing to go get all that cleaned up to make sure we have to fly someone in at the helicopter pad is ready for that. But mainly our main boulevards that we can keep our our fire trucks running and first responders. We had a little incident last night where one of our units slid off the road that was running to a structure fire, which was an electrical problem.
Wow.
And Parish President, just tell us one more time, 800 people set to be without power in the next 30 minutes. Can you tell us one more time where that will be?
It's going to be from Jackson Boulevard west, from Parish Road to Jackson Boulevard west, west from Parish Road. And it's about 800 people that's going to be out of power very, very, very short time.
All right, Parish President Louis Palmes. The next time we talk, President, I'm hoping to find out the best fishing spots because I know you know them down there. And I can manage to get out when it gets a little warmer. We can get out and fish.
Maybe a little ice fishing.
One of the main things that I would like to say for the residents of St. Bernard Parish is, number one, is to please stay off the roadways today, all day. And if it's possible that if you can shut your water off for just a little while, it's very important to us that our reserve, we have a 10 million gallon reserve tank, that we are down more than half on that reserve tank. We're begging the residents of St. Bernard Parish to not wash clothes, not use the dishwashers, and then just let one faucet further from your spigot run in the home, just a trickle. It would really help us out.
Now, back up on that, President Palmes, because that's very important. Is the reason that we're, halfway down on the reserve because residents have run their faucets, or is there another problem with the water system in the parish?
No, there's no problem with the water system.
Okay.
We are able to make around 9 million gallons a day, but we're using about 12 million right now is the problem.
I got it.
So we always keep a 10 million gallon reserve, but when you're using everything that you eligible of making, plus a couple million more, well then it starts hitting our reserve.
Got it, and that starts the deficit right there. St. Bernard Parish President Louis Palmes, thank you so very much. We're going to probably circle back and speak with you maybe in the next hour or so because we want to get the update on the energy situation and also an update on the water situation down in St. Bernard, okay?